From downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Another day of milder weather across Metro Detroit, but will these comfortable temperatures be sticking around? The local forecasters are tracking the week's heat wave. Plus, we are tracking the very latest with the coronavirus here at home and across the nation as cases surge across the country. So are the demands for testing. And protesters return to a Detroit Public School bus lot in protest of in-person summer school. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We do begin with breaking news out of Eaton County. That is where an argument over wearing a mask turned violent and deadly. Police say that a 77-year-old man wearing a mask argued with a 43-year-old man without a mask inside of a business in the town of Dimondale. That man without the mask allegedly stabbed the other man. He's hospitalized in stable condition. An Eaton County Sheriff's deputy then later stopped the suspect in Delta Township, where he reportedly attacked the deputy, who then shot him. And the suspect died at the hospital. Local 4 is following this breaking news story. We will have much more on later newscasts today and keep you updated on clickondetroit.com. Also topping our news this noon, protesters gathered for a second day in opposition of in-person summer school in Detroit. This is video of the scene early this morning outside of the Detroit Public Schools Community District bus garage. Protesters blocked the entrance and the exit of the bus terminal, preventing the staff and bus drivers from entering and from those buses exiting. They feel that it's not safe for students to be in school due to COVID-19. On Monday, more than 200 students could not take the bus to get to class due to the protests. And the protests are coming as the superintendent, Dr. Nikolai Vitti, is set to release his back-to-school plan for the fall to reopen safely. Our Paula Tutman joins us now with a preview.
Dr. Nikolai Vitti, the superintendent of the Detroit Public Schools Community District, has been pretty transparent about the fact that he believes students need to be in class this fall. And he's been equally transparent about the fact that he believes there should also be an alternative learning method as well. In the back-to-school plan he presents to his board today, we get some pretty interesting backstory on the 50,000 student district. Well, we learned that based on survey responses, about 50% of Detroit parents want in-school options. And we get a real picture of what that might look like from the start of summer school yesterday. Distancing, mandatory masks, temperature taking at entry. We also see that based on surveys, only about 50% of teachers are interested in returning to the actual classroom. Now, those teachers will have to produce evidence of a negative COVID test within 14 days of the start of school, September 8th. But not reading between the lines, Vitti actually tells me that he's got a very interesting idea to entice teachers back to the classroom. And I think a lot of people will consider it controversial. I'll have that story as I dive deeper into this today at 4 and 5. I'll see you then.
All right, looking forward to learning more, Paula. Thank you. Meanwhile, let's get to Brandon on this beautiful, sunny summer July day.
It is ideal, smack dab in the middle of July, smack dab in the middle of your summer. Idyllic weather. I mean, not too muggy, but just enough humidity to know it is summer, and we're heading into the 80s. We are 79 right now, 78 at City Airport, 77 Port Huron, and again, the humidity not a big deal, so we're not looking at heat indices. We have temperatures on the way to 82 degrees at 2 o'clock, 4 p.m. high temperature of 85 degrees, trouble-free today, but we are tracking a cold front that will meet up with increasingly warm and muggy weather. That's tomorrow and Thursday, Rhonda, so some showers, maybe a little relief, but the heat wave will go on. We'll talk all about it coming up.
I remember when cold fronts used to bring cooler weather, but doesn't seem to be the case these days. Brandon, thank you. Turning our attention now to the coronavirus here in Michigan. Let's get you to the latest total. Nearly 70,000 cases across the state have been reported, with 384 new cases in the past 24 hours. The death toll from the virus currently sits at over 6,000 lives lost, with 7 people dying from the coronavirus in just the past day. Meanwhile, as the coronavirus cases are surging across the country, so are the demands to get tested. The problem is, as many are finding out, is that there are not enough resources to keep up with that demand. And in many places, there are not enough tests or manpower to conduct and check the test results. Sam Brock has the very latest from Miami Beach, where the lines keep getting longer.
For many people across the country, a recurring testing nightmare.
I was online for 5.5 hours, and they shut it down 4 cars before I got to the entrance.
And even after receiving that test, another hurdle. This South Florida woman waited 15 days for the results of her exam.
I think it was more stressful. I mean, thank goodness it was negative.
So why such a lengthy lag?
As we're seeing an increased demand for testing, it is straining the capacity of the laboratories, that it is taking additional time in order to get the results.
Part of a national testing crisis that prompted former Trump Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney to break ranks with the president and pen this op-ed for CNBC. Writing in part, "I know it isn't popular to talk about in some Republican circles, but we still have a testing problem in this country that is simply inexcusable at this point in the pandemic." Nationally, more than 40 million tests have been conducted, Florida breaking state records with nearly 143,000 tests on Sunday and 112,000 Monday. As the percent of those testing positive in the state actually dropped back from 20% to around 13%. Miami-Dade's mayor says the problems go deeper than testing.
We can do all the tests in the world you want. You can get all the contact tracers in the world you want. It's not going to make a difference. We have to change our behavior.
Still, infectious disease experts say a shortage of tests is fueling a coronavirus fire.
And we are maybe at about 17% in Florida of the level of testing that we actually need to do to accomplish getting the virus under control.
Medical experts stress if you cannot get test results and you think you're sick, you should be self-quarantining. In Miami Beach, Sam Brock, NBC News.
For the first time since 2003, a federal prison inmate has been put to death. A ruling late last night from the U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way, and this morning at a federal prison in Terre Haute, Indiana, inmate Daniel Lewis Lee was executed by lethal injection. Lee was convicted of murdering an Arkansas gun dealer, his wife, and daughter as part of a white supremacist plot. As a result of the Supreme Court ruling, 2 more federal executions are scheduled for this week. Meanwhile, I-75 in Detroit is back open after a police investigation into a fatal hit-and-run crash. State police say that a speeding car hit a motorcyclist on southbound I-75 at about 1:30 this morning. Investigators say that the collision knocked that motorcyclist off of his bike, and he died right there on the scene. The car that hit him crashed into an embankment, and 2 men jumped out of that vehicle and took off. Police are still searching for them. The man convicted of assault for wiping his nose on a store employee because he refused to wear a mask learns his sentence today. A judge sentenced 68-year-old Rex Gamal to 1 year of probation. In May, Gamal walked into a Holly store without a mask. The employee asked him to put a mask on, and instead, Gamal used the employee's shirt to wipe his nose. As part of his probation, Gamal has to undergo counseling, not use drugs or alcohol, and must follow mask-wearing orders. After 25 years, Ford Motor Company's Bronco is back, and it is one cool car. Next at noon, we're going to take a look at the latest models and the high demand. Also ahead, a major Disney park overseas is forced to shut down just weeks after reopening.